The final time today in round one of the Five Nations British Rallycross Championship are underway. Slammy Volok gets away very nicely indeed in the rear-wheel drive BMW. They go side by side with him and Jason Bleasdale down to the first corner. No room there for Bleasdale. He's taking out polystyrene markers like he's on Mario Kart. And Slammy Volok gets the race lead, gets the whole shot. Well, that was really aggressive with Jason Bleasdale to the first corner.
Lovely slide through Devil's Elbow. That's how you take that 90-degree left-hander. And Stuart Emery now is coming under pressure from Bleasdale, and they change at North Bend hairpin. So Stuart's pace just dropped off slightly, or has it? And
there's
right
contact.
Up the inside of the voxel, Stuart Emery going really well here, and really getting his elbows out, and this is a very feisty.
That emerged with a very comfortable margin indeed. Fredling is just going to come out behind this squabbling trio for now second position effectively in this race, with Ludo Hermans holding on to P2 ahead of Jason Bleasdale then in the number 67, who's trying every which way to get his way past as they go side by side through the Devil's Elbow up to the top of Hairy Hill. It's Ludo Hermans on the inside. On the outside then is the 171 of Ludo Hermans. Did he manage to find his way through? Not quite through there. Bleasdale holds on for P2. The Supernational and Super 1600 class final is underway. Good start there from Bellamy. Great start from Volok. Not bad at all from Jason Bleasdale as they come down to the first corner. Bleasdale goes for the joker as Bellamy leads the way then from Volok into Chesson's Drift for the first time. Nice driving from those two, keeping it clean on the opening, able to find his way past Bellamy, coming down the hill into Paddock Bend for the first time.
Slammy Volok picked up a 5-second penalty in Saturday's final for contact with Jason Bleasdale at the first turn. He'll be hoping to avoid such a penalty.
Got a face full of Darren Scott at the top of the hill then. That's not ideal there for Volok, because all the while it's doing this, he's hemorrhaging time, and it's allowed that man, number 67 of Jason Bleasdale, to close back up.
Suddenly, the Vauxhall VX220 is onto the tail of the BMW M3, through paddock, across the big bumps as they bounce.
Yeah, maybe this joker. Sorry to cut in front of you there, Dan. Slammy Volok's managed to make hay while the sun shines, though. He's right on the back here of Paige Bellamy. You know he's going to go for a move into the Devil's Elbow, but Bellamy very firmly shuts the door. We've got an absolute grandstand finish then here. We're on the penultimate lap. There's still one more lap to go here. Bleasdale sends it down the inside of Volok. There's contact into the top of the hill. Side by side they run, and Bleasdale gets ahead. They both get a tank slapper on out of the corner, and he has to back out of it, just Jason Bleasdale. But while they've been squabbling, it's allowed Bellamy to have a bit of a cushion in front.
Paige Bellamy has escaped damage and steering on the Vauxhall VX220 of Jason Bleasdale. I think he was slow coming through.
National final here then. It's going to be Jason Bleasdale who starts on pole position with Volok and Bellamy alongside, ready to race board on. Green light and go. Good start then from Bleasdale. Great launch also from Bellamy off the outside, and she leads. Paige Bellamy leads into the first corner from Bleasdale from Volok, who gets no room given to him at all by the Vauxhall VX220 of Jason Bleasdale then. So Volok holds on to third position, but it's Paige Bellamy with an emphatic start from the outside of that front row of the grid, who has the advantage. She now leads the way coming through the S-bend, through the first series of corners from Bleasdale, from Slammy. Return to the Five Nations British Rallycross Championship, and Volok very deep into the brakes on the hairpin bend there, and it was their contact. For a brief moment if there might have been contact with Jason Bleasdale, and my mind is going back to that thought now, because I can see that he's now behind Lee Keeler. Going into the joker then is Jason Bleasdale. Lee Keeler continues on his normal lap, as did Paige Bellamy, the race leader now. Bellamy, who has been very quick so far here this weekend, and so that's to the surprise of absolutely nobody at all out there on track, because we know how quick she can be throughout the course of the season. Bleasdale now up the inside and through ahead of Lee Keeler then into second place. Keeler, of course, as we said, still owes that joker lap in this race at Pembrey. Bleasdale now into second place ahead of Lee Keeler, of course, as we know. Is Keeler going to be able to hold off the charge of Slammy Volok? We know how quick Volok's BMW is. It's going to be an interesting affair to see whether that proves to the gravel section in the Titan Twisty could be an opportunity. Here comes Bleasdale up the inside. He takes out one of the bollards there, but doesn't get ahead of Volok crucially there as well. So Volok defending and making that BMW as wide as possible, but he goes wide himself at the hairpin. But he's He's got the traction and the power to be able to overhaul and outpace that VX220 down the back straight. One designed for lightness and agility, the other designed for straight line speed, and you can see that straight line speed not proving to be a dividend here for them. Contact between Bleasdale and Bollock into the first turn. Up the inside comes Bleasdale for second. Great driving there from Bleasdale. It was aggressive, it was forceful, and it was brilliant. He's through into P2 then. Bollock was a bit more robust than you might have thought, but Bellaby comes over the line to win the Supernational final. Good start from Bollock, great start from Bellaby and from Bleasdale. They get the initial launch over the BMW driver. The Super 1600s are away well as well. It looks like Darren Scott's got the inside line as Jason Bleasdale leads the Supernationals down to T1, followed by Paige Bellaby, followed by Bollock as they come onto the gravel for the first time. Craig Lomax is up the inside of Phil Chicken. Last place in the Super 1600s and indeed in this race as well, and quite a way off the back of the field as the drivers can go their way through the gravel for the first time and onto the hairpin bend. Now, is anybody going to joker? Will Bollock decide to go through the joker? No, it's Bellaby. Less agile it is compared to the Lotuses and the Vauxhalls in the Supernational class. Bleasdale leading the way and has done commandingly so far here this weekend, as I said, and it's just super impressive to see him at the sharp end of the round 5 of the championship to date. Let's hope that we don't have any more later on here today. Now, Bleasdale goes joker then at the end of the penultimate lap. So what is his advantage going to be as he comes through that chicane? Is he going to have an advantage? Because Paige Bellaby is not too far away and she's had a bit of clear air. Coming out of the final corner we go, and Bleasdale, yeah, very clearly ahead of Paige Bellaby and still in the race lead. What a faultless drive this has proven to be as he begins his final lap. 2.5 seconds clear of Paige Bellaby. So that Vauxhall VX220 is working very nicely indeed. Now then comes through the final series of corners. What a race it has been. What a weekend it has been so far for Jason Bleasdale. Out of the final corner, over the timing line to take the win in round 5 of the Five Nations British Rallycross Championship in the Supernational. On the round 6 final for the Supernational and Super 1600s here at Knockhill. Green light and go. Good start from Bollock on the outside of the front row. Look at Bellaby though. She's away like a stabbed rat down towards the first corner, side by side with Bollock and Bellaby then down towards T1, and Bollock tries to squeeze Bellaby. Contacted to the first corner. That was really aggressive from Slamir Bollock. Chops the got joker at the end of the first lap then, so sitting in 3rd position, wants to try and run his own race, and that's sensible really for him because he made a poor start, a very poor getaway at the beginning of that race from pole position, and that means that he has now got it all to do to try and overhaul the likes of Bollock and Bellaby. As Bellaby goes joker a few weeks ago, I should say, for Bollock at Pembrey, he just was absolutely nowhere at all. And look at this as Jason Bleasdale has managed to leapfrog Paige Bellaby after jokering early doors then as well. So that's worked out very nicely here for Jason Bleasdale. We look back yesterday, of course, we know that Bleasdale took the checkered flag, but sadly it looks like it might be a bit of a bridge too far given Slamir Bollock's pace so far in this race. So into the final series of corners we go, across the line once again here, and you know that Craig Lomax is going to come under lots of pressure and be passed indeed by Jason Bleasdale, putting a car between himself and Bellaby. Bellaby then having to go towards Slamir Bollock has got no competition immediately from behind. Down into the joker he will go for the final lap, for the last time of asking, and it is going to be a win for Slamir Bollock in the Supernational class in the Five Nations British Rallycross Championship here at Knockhill through the chicane. Oh, it's not though, because look at this. Jason Bleasdale's pulled something out of the bag on the last lap, and Bleasdale mugs Bollock on the line then. I thought Bollock would have that for the taking, but Bleasdale's pace on the last couple of laps was absolutely emphatic. He really pulled it out. He was half a second quicker on that last lap than Bollock, and that was all the difference it needed for Bleasdale. Very disappointing weekend all round for the Super 1600 competitors here at Knockhill, but Jason Bleasdale makes it 2 wins in 2 rounds here in Scotland. How on earth did he do that?
Snap Fiesta. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a lot of cars on the grid here, actually, should we say. It's 10 cars in total. We're about to go green light racing here, and we are green light racing, and the BMW gets off the line relatively well, but not brilliantly. It's very slick here, and actually I think Paige Bellaby is going to go into the lead in towards turn number 1. Yes, they do. Jason Bleasdale then just in behind that BMW as well will want to try and get ahead as soon as they possibly can, but what a start here from Paige Bellaby. Indeed, getting a little bit of a gap here as well. Also, you'll notice with the BMW, when it comes down the hill, down Hairy Hill, the bonnet tries to raise up, so I'm very surprised it has not hit that windscreen yet. As you can see, a bit of defensive there from indeed the Polish driver Slavomir, just holding on to that P2, sliding that car around. Again, the track conditions are very, very, very tricky indeed. And I tell you what, Jason Bleasdale makes the move up the inside in towards the final corner. Brilliant stuff from him. And from what, 5th or 4th on the grid, he's up into P2 already here. Loads of curb being taken by everybody. Nearly a mistake then from the M3. Tries to make the move up the inside here, and he does successfully do so. Brilliant stuff there from Slavomir. And now all of a sudden here, Bleasdale has to do all of that work once again. Paige Bellamy looking in the rearview mirror thinking, yes, absolutely, crack on. You guys keep fighting. I will take this victory, no problem whatsoever. We've only got 1 lap to go after this. And again, it is a battle between P2 and P3. A fantastic move once again then by Bleasdale. And he's ahead a little bit earlier now. The acceleration of that car is just a little bit too hot to handle for the BMW. It's all about braking. It's all about trying to make a move then in towards turn number 1. Once again, the front 3 here are nose to tail. Ladies and gentlemen, if we are going to see Jason Bleasdale win this race, he will have to make the overtake. All 3 then come through the Joker on the final attempt here. And can Paige Bellamy hold strong and take victory here? Right in behind then is Jason Bleasdale. That car is a rocket ship in a straight line. But ultimately, not quite close enough here. Up towards the devil's elbow. 4 corners remain. Will Paige Bellamy take the victory here? They're side by side coming up the hill. And I think Bleasdale's going to get straight across the bonnet then of Bellamy. Through the top of the hill, down Harry Hill we will come for the final time. And while it's going to be a P4 to P1 here for Jason Bleasdale, a fantastic performance. It didn't go quite well in qualifying 2, but in qualifying 3, an absolutely sensational performance for Jason Bleasdale. They will take the checkered flag. Congratulations. In the supernational final, there was a collision on the exit of Harry Hill between Paige Bellamy and Volok in the BMW there. Just over-rotated the car with a high torque, just lost the front and pit manoeuvred Paige Bellamy. So this is a restarted race, and one of the favourites to win the race was involved in that, Slavomir Volok, who unfortunately will not be in this race. But the front 2 then are indeed, as they come through Chesson's Drift, it is indeed Jason Bleasdale and Paige Bellamy. And well, these 2 have been right at the sharp end of the races, every single race so far. And this is going to be a shorter race of 4 laps for you. On the merge, they come through Chesson's Drift down and over slope, and it is a change of position. So here we go. I thought it was going to be really easy for Bleasdale, but Bellamy has found some unreal pace over the last couple of laps. We head up the hill then, up Harry Hill for the final time, and they both look like they've got smiles on their faces on the car. But who's going to have the real smile by winning this race? Door not open then at the top of Harry Hill. The inside line, though, is going to be covered by, I believe, Bleasdale. Bleasdale's got to go through it up the inside. And if he runs wide here, then the door might be open for Bellamy to potentially retake the position. It's not quite going to work out then. Bleasdale does take the race victory here for the Supernationals. Congratulations to him. The day does indeed, though, belong to Bleasdale.
You are the newly crowned champion. How good does that sound?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. This is actually my first full season in rallycross and first full season driving the car, so I didn't expect to be straight away winning a championship, so it's beyond words.